Gives a minute. D-Live stream. Well, g'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. It has just gone, wait for it, 3, 2, 1, 2 minutes past 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you, whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content. You're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream. Looking into the chit chat, I see Hendrik, I see Hemping Ain't Easy, I see Davo, I see Peach, I see Comtech, I see Dizzle, I see Rose, I see 7 crew, and therefore 7 freaking cheerses, because everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minute D-Live stream chit chat. This glass, that microphone, when these two things smash into one another, for some reason, somewhere, somehow, that represents the cheers. I'm never too sure why that represents the cheers either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cheerses. Let me get a little swig here. What? I guess I'll drink it all in one go then. Shee-wee, wow. I just got back from a 10k fitness walk and I'm parched as, bro. Hendrik with a much love sticker. Hemping Ain't Easy. It's been a minute. I'm shouting out all my D-Live friends again and you're on that list, and this one's for you. Much love and God bless. Thank you, Hemping Ain't Easy. Appreciate you. Davo, hello, my Aussie. Hello, my awesome friend Gives. Thank you, Davo. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. A little hello wave there. Happy Wednesday, bro. I hope you had a great positive day. I did indeed. Good one. Peach, hey dude, what's PulseChain? We'll get into PulseChain. This is a cryptocurrency stream though, for those that are interested. How was the surf today? Very little. In fact, so little, I didn't even go out. No one else went out. There's nothing there. There's no surf. We're all looking for it. Can't see it. None. No surf. Comtech, hey Peach, hey Davo, Hendrik, hello. G'day Hendrik, how you doing? Dizzle P, yo, Charlotte Rose. Did you? Charlotte, you know what this is like. Let me know if you did. And if you did, I'll talk about it. But if you didn't, I won't talk about it. I think you know what I'm talking about here, don't you? Did you do that? Hey Hendrik, Charlotte, damn, 10Ks. Actually, I'm on the way down now. I used to do 13Ks. I'm doing less. I got a little bit of a muscle problem going on right now, but that's neither here nor there. My lower back muscle. Did the birthday fairy arrive? Charlotte, that was you. Just as a little side note, this arrived. It's my birthday in 11 days. I guess we'll hold out till then, Charlotte, right? We'll hold out. That's from you, right, Charlotte? The birthday fairies. I kept it there, though. I saw it. It just arrived. So, cryptocurrency stream every Wednesday. This entire stream, cryptocurrency related. The first thing that I want to talk about, or I guess maybe, hold on. Maybe we should leave this open for conversation when possibly we have a hexagon turn up or someone who knows. PulseChain.com, it's just around the corner, right? It's just around the corner. We're surely, I mean, it must be very close to launching. When it launches, what is the best way to... So two different things. One, if you have Hex, Great. You get a duplicate of that on the PulseChain. You have to do nothing. It just automatically rolls over. 1.5. So 1.1, 2, 3, 1.5 of the same point. Whatever ERC20 tokens you have in a private wallet, such as Exodus, such as Metamask, you also get a duplicate of that on the PulseChain. Now that's understood, right? I don't have a problem with that. That's as clear as just choosing the different network at the top of Metamask, and when it comes time, you'll choose PulseChain, and bam, you'll have the automatic. But what I want to know, and I guess I'm asking this question, and it's not me that I'm asking for, it's asking for everybody else and me. If you don't have Hex, if you don't have any Hex, and maybe you don't have any ERC20 tokens, which would be pretty rare, someone's always going to have something in their wallet, but if you don't, what would be the way that you would be able to purchase Hex on the day of launch? Because it's going to launch at 0. It's going to be valued at nothing. Now, of course, the trigger gets turned on and immediately it gets bought. So it's not going to stay at, you're not going to be able to buy it at 0. I mean, technically someone will, but it's not going to last very long. So what I'm asking is, what would be the greatest way to ensure that somebody that has no other someone that hasn't got any crypto knowledge, someone that hasn't got any Hex, how can they get on this given we've seen how brilliant Hex has been? So those naysayers, maybe they're now thinking, okay, well, look at these Gainses. I want to get some of those Gainses. What can I do to ensure I get those Gainses? That's what I want to know. And what I've done, this is what I think is the case. There's an exchange that I got an email from saying, blah, blah, blah. If you want to sign up to our exchange, you'll get $10 off your first purchase of crypto. So I went ahead and did that, and I bought Ethereum. Now I've stashed that into my Metamask wallet, and the obvious path for that is that'll double onto the PulseChain. So whatever I hold as Ethereum or ETH in my Metamask wallet on the day that PulseChain launches, that gets doubled into PulseChain. But, and this is where I'm not 100% sure, if I understand correctly, I can then also use that Ethereum to buy more Pulse. Right? That's what I want to ask her. That's what I want to ask a Hexagon. And there's one right there. Hell yeah. One Hexy mofo. Good timing, man. Yup. How you doing, buddy? Little cheers there of the green tea. I'm trying to lower the size of my prostate. Green tea is one of the things. Also, popping whole cloves of garlic. Down it goes. Blah. Been doing that for a few days. And I tell you what, the bathroom hasn't been enjoying that either. Okay, so hang on a second. Your best path to Pulse, no matter what your end game, is to buy Hex, to ride over to PulseChain, and get a free copy on PulseChain. So this is now getting a little deeper. So I have no liquid Hex because I staked it all. Longer is better. That's what we were told. I don't know who has liquid Hex. That wasn't... If I understood correctly, Hex rewards those that can wait long. So I'm waiting 555555555. I'm happy to wait long, and I'm waiting. So I don't have any liquid Hex. It's all staked. So that garlic capsules too. Full cloves of garlic, Charla. I can't believe that's already finished. So with that in mind, one Hexy mofo, What? Wow! Music Man, thank you, dude. Thanks for the lemon. How you doing, buddy? You'll have a great trading value for hex pair and PulseChain side, and you got a free copy of what you have on ETH. Yes, I understand that. What I don't understand is if you don't have that, and again, this is not my scenario. My scenario is staked hex, already good to go, already stoked on that, already like blowing my mind at how amazing that's been, right? That's incredible. If I want to get in on Pulse from the get-go, and you don't, and I said but I meant anybody, and you don't have any hex, but you do have a little liquid Ethereum, a little liquid ETH, which is always liquid, but can you? Oh, you can stake ETH. You got to have 32,000 of them, though, something like that. 30? No, you got to have 32. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is it going to be possible to? No, not is it going to be possible. Is it beneficial to have some excess ETH in your MetaMask on the day of PulseChain launch, so you can just go, I want to convert this ETH into Pulse. That's kind of what I'm asking. The Ethereum value will be diluted if you ride it over. Is that right? Okay. Swap anything for hex on the ETH side through Uniswap, etc. So you're saying because you have, if you have ETH in your MetaMask, PulseChain hasn't launched yet. Before it launches, you'd be better off getting that into hex and keeping it liquid. Is that what I'm hearing? You'd be better off having liquid hex in your MetaMask ready for Pulse. I think that's what you're saying. Saksham with the follow. Hey, Saksham, thanks for following. Oh, by the way, I should address this. Saksham, 1 second, dude. If you're watching this anywhere aside from DLive, if you're not watching on DLive and you're thinking, I got a great suggestion for this dickhead, please come on down here to dlive.tv/givesaminute. You might be watching on Facebook, you could be watching on the YouTube, Twitch, Trovo. I'm restreaming this. It's an important stream, these cryptocurrency streams. But if you do have something you want to add to the conversation, you've got something that you really need to say, you have to do it down here at dlive.tv, because I'm only looking at one chat, and it's this chat here. So I appreciate that, Shaq Sam, but I just thought that maybe other people might be watching on other places and be saying, hey man, I'm trying to tell you what to do, but you're not listening. I'm not even seeing it. Come on down to DLive. And by the way, if you're watching this as a replay later on, it'll be on YouTube in the permanency, so I will read the comments if you want to put a comment in the comments. Mayonnaise! Wow! Comptech, thank you, man. So Saksham, thank you for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Now this makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Thanks for the follow. So, by the way, Charlotte, yes, hold on to that until my birthday, right? Got it. Because you didn't say anything before, I'm going to assume yes. So Hexy, ETH will get issued as Pulse on the PulseChain as the copy coin, but there will also be at least 10,000 to 1 Pulse in existence on day 1. Okay. At least 10,000 to 1 Pulse. Jason, hey, how you doing, man? So what you're saying is dilution if holding it as ETH, but if it's hex, if it's as hex, it'll go 1-for-1 to Pulse. You can open it, then save it for your birthday. I think I'm in Geelong at the doctor on your actual birthday. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, can I open it? Okay. I don't want to do two things at once here. I want to deal with this PulseChain thing, and then we'll take a pause and we'll open this birthday present, and then we'll move into other crypto content. If that's cool, Charlotte. I don't want to just sort of, just for those that are watching this Pulse thing, I want to get this as clear as possible for as many people as possible. Do they burn some Pulse every few months like BNB? I do not know. You will still own the ETH on the Ethereum chain, but your free copy coin on Pulse will be diluted to the value of 10,000 to 1. I mean, 10,000 to 1. All good. Thanks, Charlotte. So your advice would be, your clear advice. Melbourne Doug, just been scrolling up the books of face, stumbled upon the stream. How you doing, Doug? It's not my birthday today. No. My birthday's not until the 29th. Charlotte did send me an early gift. Really appreciate it, and I'm dying to see what it is. Oh, shivers. I almost dropped it. It's from Booze Bud, liquor deliveries. I'm really keen to see what this is, I've got to tell you. But we will do it in a moment. So just to be super clear, Hexy, you would be saying convert that ETH to Hex in Uniswap. You can do it now and hold it as liquid, is what I'm understanding, right? That's the best way to do it. Pulse burns 25% of every transaction fee. The rest goes to validator distribution. And as far as staking, hey, Hexy, I don't know if you do this, but do you want to come on as a call in? I don't know if you've got the capabilities to have a video call in, right? I can bring you up as a video guest pretty easily with just one link. I don't know if that's going to make it easier for you or for everybody. I'm not. This is just an off the cuff thing. If you wanted to, we could do that. But if not, if you're pretty clear, you can, clarify this here, then that's cool as well. I'm just wanting to make certain that when this happens, we have the opportunity to get in at the base level and then, earn those gains. Buy and hold liquid Hex no matter what you plan after Pulse launch. Yes, buy and hold liquid Hex no matter what you plan after the Pulse launch. And so what? Okay, so once you have liquid Hex in your MetaMask and the PulseChain launches, do you have to do anything, or is that automatically P-Hex as well as ETH Hex? Hex will have the best trading value instantly on the Pulse side. Okay. Then let's do this. Let's go to... Let me bring up the Brave browser here, and let's go to my MetaMask. Where is the Brave browser? Oh, hold on. Buy Hex, keep liquid, you're ready for launch. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go over here to the Brave browser. If you're not using this browser and you're interested in crypto, what are you doing? You should be using it. You get free basic attention token just for using the browser, so you might as well use it. So if we open up my MetaMask wallet by putting in these dots, if you want to put these dots in, you can access my MetaMask wallet by putting those dots in. Just copy those dots and paste them in, and off you go. So this is my ETH that I have right now, 84 US dollars worth. This is the hex that I have. So and these are all shitcoins from airdrops, which I'm no longer interested in, as none of them seem to fulfill themselves. So here's the other thing too. I've got hex stakes. I got e-hex stakes coming out in November that are gonna require ETH. If I burn, or if I convert all of this to hex right now, I'm then cutting myself short come time for hex stakes on the ETH chain, the e-hex, when I've got to pay out the wazoo. That's kind of what I don't really understand about this. Like, the idea that PulseChain's going to fix the ETH network, or the Ethereum network, I'm still going to have to pay those fees when it comes to November. So you could actually buy any ERC20 and get a free copy on the Pulse side, but who knows if it'll find support. Yeah. But that's not what you said before. You said the best one for one-to-one exchange will be Hex. So if you've got ETH, which I do have a little here, and this is, by the way, I bought a little stack of this with that extra $10 thing that this, what was the if you want to know, I could bring it up. If anyone wants to know what the exchange was, let me know and I'll find it in my email. But there was an exchange that said, by the way, today's the last day. It was between this day and 2 days ago. Stake and A1 source would be epic right now. A1, I love A1. That's oh no, I'm thinking of HP source. So Hexy, I just want to be super clear. I should keep some of that ETH, but how much am I gonna have to keep? Because we've seen transactions like ridiculously high. Hex no-brainer is the way to ride value over to PulseChain. Okay. So let me have a look at my Hex stakes then. Let's go to gohex.com. This will load into my Hex situation. Go down here to, go here, sorry, to my stakes. Change the end date to the ones that are coming up. This one here. So I got a stake coming out in November this year. On November 18, it's this one here. It's currently worth $4,000, which is rad. So what I'm asking is to successfully navigate this stake in November. How much of this should I keep? There's 84 US dollars worth of ETH there right now. I'm about ready to go to Uniswap and convert that to Hex. So therefore my Hex value here, convert all the ETH. You will thank yourself in the future. Get yourself Pulse when launch happens. And then are you saying, because we're assuming Pulse will launch before November when this stake comes out, I guess what you're saying is this will definitely have happened before November 18 this year. August, September, October, November. Yeah, it's definitely going to be before then, right? So what you're saying is once I've converted, I'll cash in on Pulse and then I can afford the ETH fee later on. I think that's what you're going to say, right? Because PulseChain will have no expectation of the work of others, but as it stands, and if you look at Hex, it's going to pop, is what I'm understanding. Now, the other... Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's a way to... That's a way to nab Yeah, okay. I understand. And I hope everybody else understands the way to achieve. It'll be likely 100x, 1000x for Pulse within 12 months for Pulse. So, okay. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Uniswap. This is something I've never done before, I don't think. Let's go Uniswap. I don't recall using Uniswap. Have we used this before? Sorry, go to uniswap.org. That was just a search. So, swap, earn, and build on the leading decentralized crypto trading protocol. Go ethhex.com. I'll do it there. Okay. I thought I was going to do it on Uniswap. ethhex.com. So we are going to swap from ETH. This is pretty clear. Connect the wallet. I thought it was already connected. Metamask. Connect it. Connecting. Maximum amount of ETH to, that'll get me 307 hex. There is a better price for this trade on V1. Let's see. That'll get me 310. Uniswap, ETHEX to swap different front ends, but still Uniswap. Okay. Any word? Thank you for the ice cream and lemon. So let's do this. I'm going to swap this right now. Oh, what about the fee? Where does the fee come from? Can I do the max, or will it say you don't have enough because you've just used it all? What about keeping some for the fee? Liquidity provider fee. Okay, price impact. I'm gonna do this, Heximofo. I'm gonna do this right now. Unless you tell me not to, I'm gonna click swap. I'm gonna click it. I'm about to click it. You can compare in Metamask. You need a gas fee, so I do need to leave some, do I? Okay, so how much do I need to leave? How do I compare it? I need to leave some for gas. So it looks like it hasn't used all my balance anyway. The balance is higher than the amount it's saying it's taking from, so it looks like it's leaving some. That amount there, 0.0176, isn't the balance. The balance is 0.027. The gas fee is hideous right now. Yeah, but it looks like it's taking it out automatically for me. Is that correct? That's the, yeah, it's taking that amount. So it's automatically deducting the gas fee. So either way, I'm gonna be left with 310 hex, which is better than nothing, right? Look, I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna do it. Let me know if I'm gonna do it. Heximofo, let me know. Am I gonna do it or am I not? Hold it. Oh shoot. Really? Okay, I'll hold it. Hold on, okay. I do have an app or a plugin here for Gas Now, ETH price gas fees. I haven't actually looked at this before. Let me run some numbers. Okay, cool. Run the numbers. Okay, so while you're running the numbers, let me open up Charlotte's birthday gift. How does that sound? While you're running those numbers, we'll just take a moment pause here to open the birthday gift. I won't be drinking it. I'll open it and then we'll hold it like we're holding it now. We're going to open this birthday gift. Charlotte. From Booze Bud. Thank you, Charlotte. Whatever this is. Let me see. I bought myself a box cutter, Stanley knife, Stella. This is it's not my birthday yet. We're not drinking from this. Happy birthday from Charlotte Rose! Cheers skis! Cheers. Thank you, Charlotte. You did not. You what? Oh, crikey. Yes! Southern Comfort. I'm going to drink that with Suki. Hard apple. Apple cider. Get that inside you. Charlotte, you did not. You've done this. What? Folks. Sinatra Select? You've already sent me one of these, Shyla. This is... How much was the USD value of ETH? $85? Let me just tell you that, Hexy. Sorry, Shyla. The US dollar value was 84.67. That's correct, 84.67. Shyla, you've already sent me one of these in the past. Oh man, I remember how rad it was too. This is going to be special on the birthday. Oh my goodness. Far out. This, I'm going to say it again. I said it last time. This is the most expensive bottle of Jack Daniels you can buy off the shelf in a commercial sense. This is the most expensive. Charlotte's already sent me one in the past, just out of the kindness of her heart. Here is another one on my birthday. It's got a little book here talking about Frank Sinatra. I remember reading this to you guys all last time. Little story about the man. It's your birthday and you loved it. I did love it. Well, I tell you what, it is totally. It's definitely worth the money. Let me tell you, if anyone else wants to grab one, it is extremely beautiful Jack Daniels. Sinatra Select, thank you, Shyla. And the Southern Comfort hard apple cider, I'm going to drink that with, I'll drink that with Suki because that's her favorite drink. Far out, Shyla. Thank you very, very much. That's incredible. Jesus, that's very, very kind. Crikey. Yeah. Thank you, Charlotte. I don't know what to say. Aside from thank you. Damn. Happy birthday from Charlotte Rose. You went with the E's. Rosie. I always go, Rose. That's extra O's. Cheers skis. What's on the back here? Cheers. Here's a gift selected just for you. Oh, did they throw that in, did they? Did they throw that in as well? Is that right? I thought that was you. Hard cider. I mean, I'll give it a crack. Tangy, crisp, fresh, southern apple taste. Tangy with classic Southern Comfort. Ready to go. Too easy. That is too easy. So, let's get back into it. Click on your MetaMask. Click on swap to compare. Yep. So we go swap and we'll go run the same ETH for hex pair and see the amount they will give you. Okay. Click on swap to compare, run the same ETH hex swap to, we'll grab the amount here. Whoops. And we'll go to hex. Slippage tolerance 2% or 3%. It's already defaulted to 3%. I decided to get the free can. I thought you would got Soko. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Charlotte. And Jelly Duck in the house. Oh, Jelly Duck, how you doing, man? Review the swap. 3% slippage. Checking 1 inch balancer and that one and that one and that one and finalizing. So that'll get me 302 hex. There's 3 different quotes here. 3% is fine slippage. Okay, cool. So it looks like ethhex.com is better. 302 What are the 3 different quotes? Yeah, 300. They're all sort of sitting around the 302 mark. So that is definitely the cheaper or the better way to do it. Immortal Souls with the follow. Hey, Immortal, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now, this makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow. All right, let's do this then. You should be okay to do ETH hex. Okay, let's do it. So let's hit it. Confirm swap. Output is estimated. You will receive at least 308 hex on the transaction will revert. Got it, no worries. Confirm. We'll confirm it in the wallet here. Transaction submitted. Swapping that for hex, and 1 pending up here. I like big games and I lie. Hey, I like. How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to have you. Nice to know you. Immortal Souls. I'm drinking a scotch right now. Hendrik, Rob Mac, Mr. Sock. That's a sick sticker. I love it. Pull the trigger on the ETH hex swap, Benon. Will it have gas with the amount you put in? Yes, it did leave enough. I hope it did anyway. It still says it's pending. It did leave. I mean, I hope it left. Swap confirmed. Little green tick. Can check it on Etherscan, or we can just check it in the mask here. Success. Dun 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 dun. Gas price was 25 Gwei or 25.3 Gwei. So if we take a look at my Metamask wallet now, just go back. Hang on, cancel the swap we had in there. Go back here. Where's my? Oh, here, assets. So we should. Why does it still say? Why does it still say I've got? What's going on here? I've got the 310 hex there. This probably hasn't refreshed yet, so we'll refresh. Where's the refresh button? Expand connected sets. I want to get rid of these shit coins at the bottom here. How do you refresh it again? I thought there was a little 3 little dots or something. That's the network. How come I've still got ETH there? I don't have. Do I have staked ETH or something? How do you have staked ETH? Win. Yeah, there's 25 bucks worth of ETH there still. Doesn't make any sense. Did somebody? What's the date today? It's 18th of August. No. Did somebody transfer some ETH into my account or something? What's going on here? There's still. Is that how much it left in there? That's kind of weird. I mean, it doesn't. Look, did anybody dump ETH in there? Well, it would come up in the activity, wouldn't it? That doesn't make any sense, though. That's the token transfer. Win. That is a win right there, Hexy. I mean, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted to do at all. What's up, Gibbs and Givers? Yo, Charles, how you doing? I'm from Adelaide. Yeah, g'day, Immortal Souls. What a lovely city. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get rid of... I thought it would take all of my ETH and just leave enough for the transaction fee. But it left a bunch in there. It left 26 bucks worth. Okay. I mean, at this point, I probably should just leave it. But then again, as you said earlier, Hexy, it's going to be worth way more on the Pulse side of things. Ether, is it like cryptocurrency? Yes, Jelly Duck. This is what we're doing here. What we're doing literally right now is trying to best prepare ourselves for when the PulseChain launches. We want to be able to get in at the grass level, or I do, and if you follow this, you might also. But I just want to remind you here, I'm not a financial advisor, so nothing I take should be regarded as financial advice. For whatever you choose to do in your own leisure time is up to you. I'm preparing myself. I'm walking you through the best ways to be ready for the PulseChain. I would have liked to see Max cut over. Yeah, me too. Well, there it is. I mean, that's what's happened. And the way to do that, the way to prepare yourselves best for PulseChain is to have a MetaMask wallet and have some liquid hex in it. I've got 310. How much did it charge you for gas to swap right here? $5. $5 for gas. That's not a bad fee. I just pulled off a bit of skin on my lip too. That's not fun. It's just interesting that it chose to leave. I didn't put these numbers in it. It literally just chose to leave that in there. Should I go for some more? What happens if I go max now? That's weird. It won't let me put in. It won't let me select max here. ETH to hex. Yeah, it won't let me. Look, it says I've still got the balance there. Take the plunge, drop the rest, and save $5.50 for gas. I mean, can I? How come it won't let me? So how would you work that out? That's going to be 140. How would you work that out? That I'm rubbish with this math, but this is the amount that I've got left. If I put that, Hexy, I'll put that in the chat for you. That's the amount that's left. And the blockchain result from before on Etherscan is there, if you want to follow along with it. How much should I put in to see what happens? I mean, all it will do is fail, right? But if it's going to nab me another 140 hex, then it's worth doing, right? I'm not good at maths either. Jelly Duck, dude, you're looking at a guy who is just, let me... Math? No. Hell no. Wow, the route is wrapped ETH to MKR Maker. What's Maker? To USD to Hex. Wow, that's interesting. Routing. It says routing through these tokens results in the best price for your trade. Fair enough. Do what you got to do. ETHhex.com. I'm happy to let you route the way you want. Give a minute. Yeah, no worries, Hexy. Understand, dude. Understand. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. And the reason we're doing it is because those that didn't get in Hex at the beginning, myself included, they're all saying, oh, shoot, I missed out. How can I make sure I don't miss out on PulseChain? Well, this is exactly how you can do it. If you don't have any Hex, you're going to get a duplicate of your Hex, right? So if you have Hex staked on ETH chain, you're going to get that on the PulseChain. PHEX, ETHhex, PHEX, whatever ERC20s you hold, bam, across. The best way to get bang for your buck is to have liquid Hex. That's what we're doing here. That's why we're doing this. And I'm interested to see what 100 or 300 Hex, be like 400 Hex I have. This will be a good way to monitor this. I'll say, look, well, you saw me convert some ETH to Hex, and I ended up with 400 Hex tokens at the beginning of PulseChain. And ask me again in a year what that's worth. Let's play that game, right? That's what I mean. That's why I'm interested in doing this now. It mustn't be far off. Like the way, you know, the way that Richard, when he streams and talks about it, it sounds like they're just, I mean, the testnet's up and running. They're just doing some back end stuff. H-Man, that's your photo, is it? Let's have a little look at H-Man's photograph in the background here, folks. Let me just drag this off screen. Look at that. Look at that. Where's that taken, Hendrik? Yeah, so that's why we're doing that. And once we've done this, we'll move into other crypto content. I've got a couple of one of the recommendations from the Yahoos was take a look at ThorChain. I think it's the Rune coin. Take a look at that. Also, Comptech, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago to me in a DM that you had an exchange, which I did bookmark, where you can change ontology ONG, the gas token, to ONT. And I wouldn't mind just having a look in my Metamask. Oh, by the way, because this is, and my Exodus, I mean, this is Metamask. I was just thinking, I've still got ETH in there. Should I touch? I want to keep some ETH though. Yeah, I don't want to. I want to diversify. I don't want to go hard in with all of my ETH. That's Scarborough, north of Brisbane, in Deception Bay. Right, that's the name of that rum too. Redemption Bay, Reception Bay. No, Deception Bay. Oh, that's Deception Bay. Is that where that rum comes from, Hendrik? That I had that time. Not the one in the Sin Master decanter, but the other one before that. That much is for ETH, is for 550 gas. Subtract that from your ETH balance and swap that balance. Let's try that, man. Thank you for the math there, Hexy. I'm gonna do just what you said. I'm gonna put this in. So my total here, my balance is. That's not my balance. That's not my balance. Let's clear that. My balance is this. Pop that in there, and we'll subtract 0.0018, which will be approximately 550 for gas. That'll leave us with that. Let's copy that. Let's put this in here. That'll get us 118 hex. Let's do it. Output is estimate. No worries. Waiting for confirmation. We'll approve that in the MetaMask wallet. Insufficient funds. Okay. Oh, wow. Huh? Says the gas fee is $25. Wow. What? Oh, no. No. Sorry, that's not right. Okay, so what we'll do instead... so we'll reject that, obviously. Gas... No. It must have gone up slightly, not much, but... So let's change... Where's my... So should we take off... Let's change this 6 to... Let's change that 6 to a 5. Try that. Or... Let's change this 5 to a 4. Let's try that. I want to get as much of this as I possibly can. It's going to get 116 hex. Insufficient funds. Okay, let's keep going down. What am I missing here? Gas fee. The gas fee is... No, the gas fee is going to be $23. So, in that case... How did I pull this out my wazoo? This transaction fee only costs $5. It says here, the gas fee is $23. Well, we'll reject it. Let's try... Oops. Let's just try that down to 5. That'll get us 99. Insufficient funds. Gas fee is $21. So, So this isn't going to work, is it? If the gas fee is that high, even if we keep dropping this down, we're going to end up with none. That's going to get us 81 hex. The gas fee is 27. The gas fee is just going all over the shop, isn't it? Damn it. This calls for another scotch. Go for it, Immortal Souls. What kind of scotch are you drinking, dude? Let's go down to 3. You must have caught a blank space on the chain. Fees change. Wait till off stream. An hour to swap. I'll just try one more here. And if it doesn't work, then I'll come back later and do it another time. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work. So what I'll do it another time. I'll do it another time. Talisker. Oh, I know that one, dude. I've had that. That's rad, dude. Well, okay, so that is pretty much Hexy Mofo. Thank you, dude. Thank you for being as clear about it as possible. You did make it clear. So the idea is if you have staked Hex, which I do, you're good. Leave it. Leave the stakes. You're going to get a duplicate of those stakes on the PulseChain network. When that launches, you're going to get a duplicate, so that's going to cross over. You'll also get whatever ERC20s, whatever the things you have in your wallets, you'll get those as well, duplicated. You'll also be able to, I mean, so to buy Pulse, so that's the, I guess I still didn't quite get that. Do you have to do anything with that hex? Or does that automatically convert to Pulse? Because right now, if I went back over here, right now, in my wallet, this hex will sit here, right? And then when the PulseChain launches, it'll just dump into Pulse, or have I got to then say, okay, I'll swap that to Pulse? When Hex launched, it was around 0.12 cents to swap. Gas is outrageous now. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It really does suck. These fees are the reason for the PulseChain. Right on. But have I got that right? Like once PulseChain launches, you'll be going up here. You'll choose the different network. You'll choose PulseChain, and then will you have to do anything? Like here again, it'll be the pulse.com, and you'll be like, okay, change my hex to Pulse, and I should do that on the day of, right? It's exciting. It must be pretty close, right? It must be pretty dang close. Like I'm talking within a couple of weeks max. And yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But as it stands, 310 hex is what I have to play with. If you want to play along, you could do the same. You could put in, say, that's about 60 US bucks. You could put in 60 US bucks and say, hey man, I did it with you, Gives. I put in 60 US bucks into Hex, got it in my Metamask wallet as soon as PulseChain launched. Or you could double it. You could go, I doubled that, Gives. I did 600 Hex and see how we go. I mean, this could be the chance of a lifetime that we don't know of, and we're here at that point where we have to make a decision to do something that could affect you greatly down the track. Very, very exciting is the way I'm feeling. But I'll tell you what, Hexy, thank you again for your help, dude. I'm really thankful you came in here. And to anybody that was watching outside of DLive and that you were smashing your keyboard saying, why is this guy not listening? I'm not even seeing your chats. Unless you're in DLive, dlive.tv/givesaminute. That's where you got to go if you want to converse on the chat. You will have Hexy says you will get a copy of any coins you have in MetaMask, but ETH freemium will have to be moved to another wallet within 30 days or lose it. ETH freemium, Pulse ETH. Move it to another wallet. I mean, wouldn't you be better off? Like, Now look, this is what I speculate. You're getting a copy of all the ERC20s you have on the PulseChain. If I'm smart enough, it would behoove you to convert that free Pulse P Ethereum, whatever the coin is, into Pulse, would it not? Or PHEX. It's called PHEX. The Pulse is the chain, but there'll be a Pulse token too, won't there? Am I not getting that right? The Pulse is the chain, but there'll be a Pulse token as well, won't there? Or is it beneficial to, once you get that conversion or that duplicate, smash it into PHEX and be done with it? That's why you're saying it'll have to be moved to another wallet or lose it. So after 30 days, if you haven't done anything with it, you lose it, and it would behoove you to convert it to PHEX, is what I'm understanding. Where does PulseChain show up on the Metamask wallet? It's not there yet, dude. It hasn't launched, but it will be up here. It's under a different network. So right now you're on the Ethereum network, and you'll have to select it from up here. Right now it's not there because it hasn't launched. When PulseChain goes live, swap your liquid hex for Pulse, then bridge over your Ethereum hex to PulseChain and swap for Pulse token. Yep. And at that point, whatever those free coins are, do the same with, right? Yeah, I think that all makes sense to me. And I guess the only thing that really matters is, will there be a countdown? Like, will there be like a PulseChain launching in 20 days, 19 days, 18? And then you'll all go there. I'll do a live stream the day of, right? I'll be like, we're doing this live, folks. Super exciting, because I wasn't here for Hex launch. I was here big payday, and that was like such a mind warp. Like, all the conversation about it was like, what are you talking about? Like, delayed gratification? Like, the only like, we just started learning about cryptocurrency, and here's one that's people are saying there's no utility, dude. There's no utility. Don't put your money in it. It's like, the utility is the concept of locking your money away. That's the same as at a bank when you lock your term deposit. I was like, there was a lot of hate coming for it, right? A lot of disgruntled, a lot of, unfortunately, this goes both ways, but there's a lot of like favoritism within crypto, and some people were like slamming it. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to learn about all cryptocurrencies here. And man, I got my first term deposit when I was still in high school. Put $1,000 in. I think I got 1,050 or 1,000. No, it was more than that. 1,500 was the end result. No, even more. Put it in year 10 or something. Took it out after year 12. It was like 1,700 or something. So I know about term deposits, and that's why it's not really a strange concept to lock money away for a return later on. Only a copy of any ETH you have will be given in Pulse tokens. The free tokens that will go away after 30 days if left in the wallet. Yeah, gotcha. Only the ETH will be free. Because I do have ETH in my Exodus wallet, which I'm not going to touch. I'm going to just leave. I want to diversify, so I'm keeping some Ethereum or some ETH in my Exodus wallet. That'll also translate across. The easy thing to win is ride Liquid Hex over to PulseChain through launch, and options open from there. Gotcha. All right, gotcha. All right. Better get more hex than 300 hex. Dude, I mean, it's at this stage, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I don't have, it's like the worst timing for me. I've got other things that need to be done, but at this stage, I'm pretty psyched with 300 hex to see how that goes. 300 hex in Pulse, plus a little bit of ETH here, plus the ETH I've got in my Exodus wallet. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, pretty damn happy. So let's take a break here, and we'll move out of the Hex and Pulse conversation. Or should we have a quick look at the PulseChain website first? Let's have a look at that. Go pulsechain.com. Let's make this larger. Energy efficient, cheaper, faster, fee burning, Ethereum fork. The PulseChain sacrifice phase raised millions of dollars to support SENS.org, Medical Research Foundation. Sacrifice phase is over, and I did sacrifice a little. I sacrificed very, very little. I wanted to sacrifice all of my XRP Ripple, but apparently you got to keep 20 of them in your wallet. Okay. So blah, 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 blah. The sacrifice stage is over. There's a testimonial there from the guy from Sens. Volume bonus multiplier. Imagine that each sacrificed point grows legs, puts on a shirt with his sacrifice's address on it, and lines up in a big line out front of an auditorium. The largest sacrifices points line up first, then the second largest. They file in and fill up the rows from the front to the back. Now an attendant comes in and starts handing out bonus cards. He goes down the rows in the same order they entered and hands everyone a card. When he's done, they see that the first card handed out is 2.5 times. Every card he handed out after that was worth ever so slightly less, till he got to the very back where the last card was just barely more than 1 times. The difference between each card and the next is always the same. Now all the points stand up and head to the changing room in the same order they were entered the auditorium. The first point enters and comes out 2.5 points, all wearing the same sacrifice's address on their shirt. What does a half point say? What does a half point look like? Fun sized is the answer. This continues until every sacrifice's points have all gotten the bonus they deserve. In math speak, it's linear bonding curve from 1.1 times to 2.25s. The top guy's coins took out the most space and in the best location. The next guy's points took up the second most space and in the second best location, and so forth. If someone adds to their sacrifice, overtaking you before the end, your sacrifice points get pushed further down the bonus ranking. This is how days 1 to 16 work. Days 17, 18, and 19 have the worst rates and get a flat bonus of only 1.7. So I got in on the first day of that, or second day, I think. Hex, I may have a little pulse headed your way after launch. Oh, thanks, man. That's really kind, dude. The Hex community. That one thing you can say about the Hexicans, extremely generous, like totally generous. So we'll definitely why I went to this site right now is there'll probably be a countdown here at some point saying PulseChain launch day. I will time that countdown to go live when the countdown I'll be live before it gets to 0. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'll be up at night. I don't care. Like I'm in Australia, but it'll probably be, PulseChain launching at 3:27 a.m. I'll be like, well, I'm going up. I'm getting up for that one. So let's PulseChain goals. Increase Ethereum's value. Ethereum's fees will be lowered by sharing its load. Enrich the ETH users. PulseChain will re-enable priced out use cases. Good. Instead of launching empty, PulseChain brings the ETH system state and the ERC20s. This rewards holders and founders of Ethereum-based projects. Enrich the ERC20 and NFT users. The launch of PulseChain is the largest airdrop in history. Thousands of Ethereum-based tokens and NFTs received their free PulseChain versions. Not yet. This new gold rush contains the value discovery of thousands of tokens and NFTs on PulseChain. If you've always wanted to be a whale in a certain ERC20 or NFT, maybe now you can be. Easy to use. Your Metamask wallet just works. You only have to change a single setting to access PulseChain. ETH holders can transact for free with freemium Pulse. Hexy, you can be sure to get any Pulse news from Richard Hart's Twitter as well, or I'll be around. Yeah, I follow Richard. I follow him already. Lower PulseChain fees and serve more users. PulseChain increases the throughput of Ethereum 4 times by using 3-second block times. Ethereum's average block time is around 13 seconds. Dang. Remove pollution by replacing proof-of-work miners with proof-of-stake validators. PulseChain doesn't... So there will be a proof-of-stake on PulseChain. Interesting. I didn't know that. PulseChain doesn't burn, waste any energy, making it environmentally friendly. Improving game theory. Pulse has 0% inflation. Validators only earn fees, and 25% of the fees are burnt to reduce the circulating supply. Empower PulseChain holders. PulseChain's native token, Pulse, can be staked and delegated to validators that reward the delegators with the largest percentage of fees. There it is. There's the staking process. What about YFI and ETH stored on a Trezor wallet? I don't know for a fact, but I think you're still good with that, right? I think you're still good with that. Or a Nano Ledger wallet. Yeah, I think you're still good with that. Interoperability bridging. ETH can be traded on the Pulse network, and Pulse can be traded on the Ethereum network. Bridging can also be done to other smart contract capable networks. ETH on PulseChain. You can send ETH to the Pulse Bridge contract on ETH, which locks it and issues PETH, Pulse ETH, on PulseChain at a ratio of 1:1. There you go. You'll be able to earn from daily staking on PulseChain. Hell yeah, Hexy. And Trezor ledgers all get copies. There you go, any word. Pulse on Ethereum. You can send Pulse to the ETH Bridge contract on PulseChain, which locks it and issues ePulse on the Ethereum network at 1:1. This will also work for ERC20s. Let me read that again. ETH on PulseChain. So if you've got ETH on the PulseChain, you can send ETH to the Pulse Bridge, which locks it and issues PETH on the PulseChain. Pulse on Ethereum. You can send Pulse to the ETH Bridge contract on PulseChain, which locks it and issues ePulse on the Ethereum network at 1:1. Okay. Do I need to get it out of YFI? I'm not even sure what that token is, dude. Sorry. Maybe Hexy might know. I don't know what that token is, I'm afraid. Trading. Thousands of ERC20 tokens on PulseChain can trade on PulseChain Uniswap and similar at launch. Since Ethereum's state is included, there will be ePulse to ETH pair on Uniswap on the Ethereum network and PETH to Pulse pair on Uniswap on the PulseChain network. The people who do not control their private keys, such as on an exchange wallet on day of snapshot, will not get copies on PulseChain. It's got to be in a private wallet, not on an exchange. I understood that. That's why I don't have anything on an exchange. Although I don't have anything on an exchange for other reasons, but for security and for that. There may be ePulse trading pairs of other smart contracts enabled chains. There you go. Exchanges may list Pulse and any of the thousands of tokens on the PulseChain network. Nomenclature. I love that word. Nomenclature. This is just terminology. Anything locked on the Ethereum network bridge to the Pulse network will be known as P anything or whatever it is. Example, PETH, or for ETH locked on the Ethereum bridge to the Pulse network. Hex is known as eHex, short for hex on the Ethereum network, while hex on PulseChain is called pHex, short for hex on the PulseChain. So the hex on PulseChain won't be staked like 555s. It'll be something entirely different. There's the disclaimer. There you go, folks. That's what's happening. I suggest keeping an eye on this website. I'll pop it in the chat for those that need it. I'm not looking at you, Hexy. I'm sure you know of that, obviously, but that's for any word and anybody else who wants to get involved on this at the ground level before it happens. Don't say, dang it, I'm too late. You're not too late. It hasn't happened yet. That's why we're doing this. It's happening. It is happening. It will happen. It hasn't happened yet. Get into it. Get onto it if you can. Let's take a break. Let's come back and move into other related cryptocurrency content. Hexy, thanks again for your help, dude. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to go and refresh my lovely beverage of green tea here. I'll see you on the flip side.
Welcome back to the super quick wave day edit. Little, very little. That's the story of the day today. Very little, but you can see there is sections that possibly could be working here. Arguably, I should be there right now. I was there. Oh, look at this. What? No way. I mean, I just came in and then see what happens. You see how the ocean mocks me? This will close out. Okay. I was sitting right there. And, you saw that first wave, that sort of G'd me up. Well, you haven't seen it yet. You will see the first wave, it G'd me up. And I got excited. But to be honest, since that first wave, or after that first wave, I didn't get anything really. It was all pretty lousy. So I came in, and now, It mocks me. Mind you, it's very little. It's very little. I need a bigger wave to get. Like I said once before, I feel like the smaller the wave, the more difficult it is to get onto, and then the more difficult it is to maintain it. So I don't think I maintained anything, but what do you think? Well, good morning, Friday. Oh, here's a wave.
Here I'm sailing with another me and another you and another we. I'm waving at another place, at another time, in another world. I'm sailing.
Well, I was not expecting a wave that quick. I didn't even get a chance to check if the slack track's working. I don't see a green light.
Sailing, I'm not waiting. I'm not sailing. I'm not waiting. Sail to the moon, drive by the stars, rock to the sun. I'm sailing with a wind that comes and a tide that turns. Set the sail and run. I'm sailing, pushing through the storm, swallowed by the sea, drifting into the sun. I'm sailing. I'm not waiting. I'm not 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 sailing. I'm not waiting.
What do you say? What do you know? What do you do? What do you think? Did I maintain something? I don't think I did. I didn't maintain jack. Well, this guy's going to maintain this one. See, he's on a longboard though, and he maintained more than I did. Now look, while I sit down and maintain some more, I'm going to maintain some jack. You guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh, you're kidding me. You're back already? Shoot. These little desiccators, they come in boxes. You ever smelt them? Smells really clean. Desiccation. Hexy, Bannon, thanks for the stream. I have to go, but I wanted to fit it in your stream. Thanks, man. Dude, Hex your life up. I really appreciate you, man. And I know it was difficult timing for you, but I appreciate you making the effort to get here for this one to help out there. It's close. We're ready. I'm ready. Bah! What was that strange noise? I hope you're ready. I know you're ready. Everybody's ready. Everybody's super keen for it. Let's move on to other cryptocurrency news. Let's take a look at this ThorChain. ThorChain, this is a viewer request. ThorChain, I don't know anything about it. ThorChain.org, decentralized liquidity protocol. Deposit native assets into liquidity pools to earn yield. The network is 100% autonomous and decentralized. But sir, how? Multi-chain chaos net, native ruin, Bitcoin, ETH, these are all coins. A quick guide. Summary of ThorChain's current status and the planned roadmap. Oh, nice looking website. Introducing but sir interludes. We get it, not everything may add up on your first read. Interludes anticipate common questions and objections. You'll find them across the website. Okay. 26% is how much of Rune circulating supply is locked in the ThorChain. What happens at 80%? Good question. Ooh. if 80% of Rune gets locked into ThorChain pools, by economic design, Rune's market cap will be minimum 3 times the value of all non-Rune assets locked into ThorChain. Some call it deterministic Rune. So it's all a lot, isn't it? It's a lot going on here. This is a really rad looking website. But I tell you what, let's take someone else's discussion of ThorChain and Rune. Now, this was from July this year. What is ThorChain? ThorChain explained. Let's take a little look-ski.
Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. This is Altcoin Disrupt. Today we'll be having a look at ThorChain. What exactly
Immortal
is
Souls.
ThorChain?
Thor is from VeChain. Okay, cool.
DeFi bridge for Bitcoin and Ethereum and plenty more. Before we get started, I must declare this video is not financial advice. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, and you must always consult your own professional financial advisor before you make any financial decisions. Now, in the case of ThorChain, ThorChain is a Cosmos-based blockchain protocol for...
Cosmo-based. Did you put this in the chat? Was this your decision to check this out? I'm happy to do it. Like, let me be clear. This is a request. It wasn't my decision to look at this, but I'm happy to look at it.
Swapping crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum across blockchain networks.
I could be wrong, but VeChain generates Thor token, and then you can exchange that for more VeChain. Oh, okay.
Is a protocol for swapping crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I suspect that there's other cryptocurrencies that can be swapped across blockchains as well. Now, assets minted on a network like Ethereum cannot be used or directly traded to another crypto network like the Bitcoin blockchain or Binance Smart Chain. So swapping assets across blockchain is reliant on middlemen in the form of exchanges such as Coinbase, or is dependent on tokenized versions of assets such as wrapped Bitcoin. This means while isolated blockchain ecosystems may be liquid, meaning that there's an active market of buyers and sellers. So ThorChain itself describes itself as a...
So this is basically a place to swap tokens. Okay.
A decentralized cross-chain liquidity protocol and utilizing threshold signature schemes. It does not peg or wrap asset. It simply determines how to move them in response to users' action. In other words, to users' needs. And this is directly from ThorChain. This is their explanation of their technology, which makes it good. It makes it good and easy to understand because everyone can get a straightforward answer from the developers themselves. Now, ThorChain observes incoming users deposit to vaults, execute business logic, swap, add, or remove liquidity, and processes outbound transaction. So ThorChain is primarily leaderless vault management, ensuring that every stage of process is Byzantine fault tolerant. Now, about the objective of ThorChain. So ThorChain key objective is to be resistant to centralization and capture whilst facilitating cross-chain liquidity. ThorChain only secures the assets in its vaults and has economic guarantees that those assets are safe. Now, as for the technology side of things, it goes into more details on how the leaderless vault manage, how that works. They go into some more direct information, and it can get a little bit complicated for the everyday person, but at the end of the day, this is more for developers to understand because they're the ones who are building these technology, they're the ones who are building these systems. So if you don't understand it as a regular everyday person on what ThorChain is, I find it interesting to always understand this from the platform itself, and from outside perspective, how it's written by the publishing media. So ThorChain is a blockchain built on Cosmos, the so-called Internet of Blockchain that aims to make all of the crypto liquid. It seeks to do this by enabling the trading of non-native crypto assets such as trading Bitcoin and Ethereum, but in a completely decentralized way. In essence, it does much of what Coinbase and Binance do, but without a third party ever taking control of the fund.
You just checked on CoinSpot. ThorChain is different from VThor. Oh, okay, different coin. Gotcha. Thanks for confirming.
That's kind of amazing to hear. So if I ever want to buy like Ethereum or Bitcoin or other assets that are on ThorChain, then I can always go to ThorChain and get these assets swapped. In other means, my money isn't being held by anyone, by any middleman, because ThorChain isn't described as a middleman. So I don't really have to worry about any company holding on to my money without my permission. I don't even have to worry about the institutions knowing how I make my transactions, because ThorChain is meant to be decentralized. So the ThorChain protocol also powers a decentralized exchange, DEX by the same name, like Uniswap or SushiSwap. Now the ThorChain DEX allows anyone to trade or lend their crypto assets by providing liquidity to an asset pool and exchange, earn, or yield on those assets. So that's pretty good that you can earn returns or yields. ThorChain was built by a mostly anonymous team. Conceived in 2018 during a hackathon, the protocol's multi-chain chaosnet was finally launched in April 2021.
Built by an anonymous team. They didn't even know who they were working with.
After initially development took place a few testnets. So the broader goal of its team and community is to create a decentralized liquidity to eliminate the need for centralized parties. Centralized parties being like Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, other centralized systems, centralized platforms that allows you to trade crypto, who can and have withheld access to financial products or service from individuals for various reasons. So yeah, centralized systems can be very complicated when it comes to controlling people's money and people's asset. And it gets even more complicated because it feels as if like your money is.
ThorChain is currently $12. Is it really? Let's have a little look on the old CoinMarketCapski. I mean, you probably just did that, but I'll do it as well. Didn't they just bring up the website? So it's Rune. The coin is Rune, right? Or is it Thor? ThorChain is Rune, yeah. Right, $8 US. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. It's underneath my hideous head. Let me just get rid of that hideousness. Yeah, $8 US, so about $12 Australian. Pretty cool. Let's get back over here, and where are we? Here. Nope, here.
Always yours, because it can always be controlled by this third party who you have given permission to that you want to trade, but you haven't given permission to withhold your funds.
So you know what we didn't even do? We didn't even look at the chart, dude. We just looked at the price. Okay. All time. So we're looking at the beginning of this year. Nothing. Had a pretty damn big spike there, up to $20. Trajectory is down, but then there's been a bit of a spike again. The volume traded has always been pretty consistent. Okay. Interesting.
It gets really complicated. So this is how swaps work on ThorChain. The ThorChain uses an adoption of another DEX lending system, namely Bancor, continuous lending pool, to facilitate trades. Now in these trades, all assets are deposits in liquidity pool shared with one other asset.
Immortal Souls, just noticed you're drinking tea. I'm drinking tea too, chai tea. I'm drinking, this is green tea. And the reason I'm doing this is I've got an enlarged prostate, and there's a bunch of things that you can consume that are tested to reduce the size of your prostate. One of them is green tea. So I've been off coffee and black tea for, I guess, about a week now, maybe just under a week. And I've been smashing the green tea, been eating clove garlic, like just swallowing it. eating a lot of the deadly nightshades, the red fruits, the tomatoes, watermelons, bell peppers, just trying to do all the things that they say. Avocado is really good, lots of nuts. All these foods have been known to reduce the size of the prostate. Yeah. And I tell you what, it is very mellow in green tea. Like, I do feel like it's a bit of a drug. Hey, it's like a little bit of a, I was a little intense before, and after the second one of these, I was a little mellow until Davo dropped the Ninja Genie, which turns into an outer chair cheers. What? Davo? A freaking Ninja Genie? What? Is this thing on? Davo, what? Goodness gracious me. Outer chair cheers, my friend. What? Davo, thank you, man. What's up, Gibbs, my man? Sheet. Those sheets are going to need changing. Davo. Thank you, dude. How do you do? What's up, my man? What's up, Davo? What's up? That's very kind of you, man. Wow, thank you, dude. Yeah, Davo had to do it. No worries, man. Isn't that strange timing, though? I was literally saying, yeah, it's, feel really mellow here. That's totally... Ninja Genie. What? Up I go. I was feeling mellow. Thank you, man.
Which is our ThorChain native token. So Rune is swapped against other assets in all trade. In a swap for asset A to asset B, the protocol would...
Now look, if I can be frank about ThorChain here, there are plenty of ways to exchange tokens. We just did a token exchange. So why would you use ThorChain? Like, I mean, if you're gonna earn liquidity from it as well, I suppose that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I guess. I'm all open to different exchanges and different ways to do things, but what's the selling point here? I mean, it's okay to see it and to understand it, but why would you go here instead of there, for example?
Conduct two trades, swapping A for Rune, then Rune for B. This actually sounds understandable. So Rune double swap is what allows decentralized swapping of assets. Now, so far, the protocol has worked as intended and has helped push Rune to a top of 10th spot by market cap amongst DeFi tokens in the month of June 2021. So ThorChain initially launched with the support for access. ThorChain initially launched with support for assets from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Binance Smart Chain, and Litecoin. Actually, that's really good because I really do like Litecoin. Now, ThorChain is also proof of stake, which means that you can stake the token as opposed to proof of work. Proof of work is where you have to mine the cryptocurrency token, but with proof of stake, you can actually stake your token and earn passive income. In other words, it's like a stake reward, stake return, or interest. Now, this means it's secure and maintained by node-operated bonds and earn Rune. Nodes are computers that validate swaps and create pools for assets, and return gets reward. Now, nodes must...
Immortal Souls, I'm on Mega Cryptopolis in the process of building my skyscraper. There's ETH and there's TRX Tron, either one you can use. What, is that a game? What the hell's Mega Cryptopolis? Mega Cryptopolis. A decentralized city builder DApp game. mcp3d.com. What a pretty slow URL. It's a DApp. Okay. Fast and free. Okay, so get out of there. So here's, I mean, this is look, to be completely frank, this is something that I haven't looked into. The idea of gaming, like decentralized gaming, where you can earn crypto. I mean, we touched on it about 8 months ago, or 6 months ago, I suppose. I haven't done anything about it. I don't play computer games. Like, I spend a lot of time at my computer working. if I'm going to play games, it's going to not be on a computer unless I'm taking a crap and I'll play Candy Crush. But are you earning from that? You buy land and build buildings and you earn. I mean, it's intriguing, right? You earn. So you can earn TRX there. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We'll take a look at that, I guess, a little deeper as well at some point.
Bond at least 100 million Rune to be eligible for a validator spot. Now, Rune is currently worth around $6 and it has a market cap of over 1.3 billion. That's damn insane. Now, they go into more information. How does liquidity
You're earning
works.
TRX daily.
It goes into more complicated
It's
stuff.
It's a very interesting concept, isn't it? Game playing in the metaverse and earning crypto, which you can then obviously exchange to real money. It's enticing. Immortal Souls, you might have just started me on something. Maybe I should start playing from the very base level. I mean, I don't play games. I'm not a gamer, but that could be a way in. That could be my my gateway drug, right? Takes quite a bit of time to build everything up, but some people earn $800 a week. So you can. So, do you need to spend to make that, or can you start playing and not deposit anything and come away with something, even a small amount, and then build on that?
For the most part, as for now, we understand quite fully what ThorChain is. And at first hearing about ThorChain, I wasn't too sure if it was a good cryptocurrency, but after doing my research, I can honestly say it sounds like they're doing the right thing. Decentralized. It sounds like they're doing the right thing. Decentralized swapping for Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies. So on to the final thing, we'll have a look at the price of ThorChain. Now the cryptocurrency is actually known as Rune. So Rune itself sits right now just below $4. As you can see, it was changing right before our eyes right there, which tells me a lot. Now the max supply is around 500 million and the circulating supplies, which is what available right now to be traded or to be bought or sold, is around 234 million. And it's ranked 66 in the world by market cap. So my question of these cryptocurrency is, will this cryptocurrency 100x? But of course,
you can rent buildings and start like that, or you buy your own land, build buildings, and earn from the Tron or ETH pool. Interesting. You got to put in to get a payout, but I'm slowly making more and more. Interesting. It's an investment, isn't it? It's another way of investing your crypto, putting your crypto to work, but then you got to play the game as well. I'm intrigued.
Cryptocurrency does not have to 100x in order to be successful. You know, sometimes a cryptocurrency has to just 10x, 20x, 30x. That is still a huge profit, because it means that you can turn if it can 10x, you can turn your £1,000 or $1,000 into $10,000 whenever a 10x is. But my question is primarily still, will something like this 100x?
Just out of curiosity, how much TRX are you making a day? Like a TRX or two or something?
Now at its all-time high, it was around $20 at its all-time high. This was actually this year in May, and it was doing extremely well. But as you can see, the prices dropped down quite a bit. But ultimately, I don't see that as a bad thing.
It's not so much as a game, rather it's very slow going, more an investment than a game. You can go in there twice a week. Gotcha. So it's kind of like you're actually owning a house that you need to do work and stuff on. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. What a time we live in, right?
Because cryptocurrency market in total has fallen down just a little bit. So I don't think there's any cause for concern, simply because cryptocurrencies, they've done well earlier this year, but as we always know,
I'm making about 10 TRX a day. Dang, that's impressive, dude. That's impressive. That's cool. Very intriguing. Very intriguing.
Good last forever. It will eventually fall down, and that's just to be expected. But ultimately, I think that's a good thing, because this gives a lot more people chances to invest in these cryptocurrencies. It still gives people more chances to invest in these cryptocurrencies long term, because a lot of investors are not always long term.
Rob, remember I bought Algorand a couple of months ago? I've made one algorithm 1.1. I mean, that dude, it's not that's still cool, man. Still cool, Rob. Put that back into the principal and restake it.
And some people are looking for long-term investments, which is good. It's proven itself that it can go to $20, and I guarantee.
And how's Algorand chart looking? I mean, don't forget, if that goes up, bam, 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 bam.
It can go a lot higher than $20, because my question is, can this cryptocurrency 100x? But what's my time frame for this cryptocurrencies to 100x? It's usually around 3 to 5 years. Can this cryptocurrency 100x in 3 to 5 years? That's a huge prediction. So I don't think it will 100x in the next 3 to 5 years, but I do believe it can 20x or 30x in the next 2 to 3 years for definite. 20x or 30x. Now we can have a look at probably 40x or 50x in terms of. But I think in the next 10,
it's not bad. You can buy many things. You can be many things in Mega Cryptopolis. You can trade all your materials and make for crypto. I've made more. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I understand. I understand how you're doing it. I kind of like. I'm intrigued by it, but. I guess the game side of it sort of detracts from it for me. Like, I think it's a unique idea. I guess, I mean, look, I'm just trying to think. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it.
In years
after this.
Then you can start questioning if a cryptocurrency like this could possibly 100x, and this will all be determined by whether or not this cryptocurrency is actually useful for a lot of people. As long as this cryptocurrency remains useful, decentralized, I think there will be genuine use cases for this cryptocurrency as long as it stays true to its identity, to its system of belief. And as you can see, even in June the 24th, this cryptocurrency was around the same price that it is right now, but it did rise back up to around $7, so naturally it fall back down to around $4. So as you can see, it's very, very tradable. There's obviously a need for it, and the price fluctuates quite a lot, which is good for traders, because traders like cryptocurrency that fluctuates a lot. This is one of the few cryptocurrencies that I've seen that I've said, you know what, this cryptocurrency would probably be good for trading because it fluctuates a lot, but in a good way, in a very predictable way. Obviously, it's going down gradually, but over time, as you can see, it's going to go back up a little bit, and maybe that's only a few percentage, but a few percentage alone can earn you a lot depending on what you invest. Again, it's not financial advice, it's just for entertainment purposes. But thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, leave a like. Let me know what you think about
we do take a few videos here on the same subject to get an overall perspective here. My top picks for 2021, ThorChain. This was uploaded April this year.
The time has finally arrived to share one of my all-time favorite coins. It's not only one of my top picks for 2021, but perhaps even for the next 10 years. And I'm talking about ThorChain Rune. Shapeshift CEO Eric Voorhees also said this week in Cointelegraph that the biggest event in crypto this week wasn't the Coinbase IPO. No, it is the launch of the ThorChain. Rune, the native token of ThorChain, is a decentralized cross-chain automated market maker. And Rune represents perhaps one of the largest opportunities in the overall decentralized ecosystem. In today's video, I'm going to give you an introduction to the ThorChain and also give you various future price predictions ranging from 2021 to 2025. But in case you're new to this channel and you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well then please hit like, smash, subscribe so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, maybe even increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi and I'm the host of the Bitcoin Channel Live.
Be strong.
ThorChain provides a trust-minimized way to trade spot tokens across multiple blockchains. This is such a foundational piece of crypto trading and the infrastructure, and it's going to keep playing an increasingly critical role within the ecosystem. And it will only continue to grow bigger as the overall ecosystem becomes more diverse. There is a tremendous opportunity to build products that enable trust-minimized cross-chain trading. You see, in a world where many chains and tokens exist, traders naturally want to have the opportunity to trade assets across multiple chains instantly, cheap, in a trust-minimized way. The first of such cross-chain trading examples was the Nolan atomic swap, but since then many others have emerged. However, despite their best intentions, none of them have actually successfully gained any real traction. For many reasons: too slow, too expensive, or simply put, ineffective. In the years since the first cross-chain swap product was launched a few years ago, the crypto ecosystem has become very much more diverse. Around 80% of the top 30 tokens by market cap, if you go and look at CoinGecko, are actually layer 1 tokens of their native blockchain. So the diversity of chains creates the need for a one trust minimized, decentralized way to trade spot tokens across multiple chains. As we are seeing new smart contract platforms like Solana, Polkadot, Avalanche, that they are maturing, the number of chains are simply growing. No question about that. But as these ecosystems mature, the overall technical composition of crypto will also become more diverse, rather than new chains using the same underlying technology. Most investors have exposure to the blockchains that they love, that they think will win. There's a lot of investors that tend to have a almost emotional relationship to their blockchains. Just, to mention a few, Polkadot, or especially Cardano, or for that matter, XRP. However, few investors actually have exposure to the growing diversity of the overall ecosystem. And this is a major opportunity from an investment perspective, because I simply believe that ThorChain's rune, that the token is the best way to invest in a token, in a coin that's similar, like Chainlink is a pure infrastructure play, which can grow parallel with the entire overall blockchain ecosystem. Simply
I find this
put,
guy
there's nothing
really, really, really difficult to listen to. I don't know if you dudes do. I find this guy extremely hard to understand. Like, it's his darting eyes, like he's reading it from a teleprompter, but the teleprompter's too far away, and he doesn't look like he's like legitimately engaging with you. Like he doesn't look genuine to me.
magic or mystic about the ThorChain. The ThorChain is a decentralized, cross-chain, automated market maker. Lots of them, right? That allows users to trade spot tokens across various blockchains. The ThorChain enables traders to swap tokens across various layer 1 blockchains, however, without taking on counterparty or custody risk. So for example, you could swap spot ETH for DOT, and you would not have to use centralized exchange. Now the time has finally come to share with you the future price predictions, and the first one is coming from tradingbeast.com. They're basing their future price prediction on an in-house algorithm, and they believe we're going to see...
Oh, it's not that. People who try to speak English when it's not their native tongue. No, it's not that. It's more about his mannerisms. That's what's really selling it or not selling it for me. He's not connecting. It's robotic, and he doesn't come across as genuine at all. He doesn't come across as educated either. It's like he's clearly reading it. You can see the way his eyes are moving everywhere to see the teleprompter. So he's not educated, So therefore, unless he has some kind of compelling reason for me to believe him, there's not a lot of here aside from him reading a script. All these funky transitions just distract from it as well.
Got a high of the Rune token in 2021 of $15.83, in 2022 $19.82, and in 2023 they're seeing a high of $24.51, and in 2024 they believe we can see one Rune at $29. The second price prediction.
I never get it with these YouTubers that do like edited videos. Like, this is not a live take that's edited down. It's a video that is edited together. It wouldn't take much to learn those lines, like to actually put a little bit of time in and learn the line, so then you can deliver the whole line straight to the camera without having to refer back to the teleprompter and can see, oh yeah, that was 8.7 cents. Learn what it says and then direct it, then cut it, learn the next line, direct it, cut it, learn the next, like, I don't know.
Comes from digitalcoin.com. They're also basing their future price prediction on an in-house algorithm, and they believe that we can see a high already in 2021 of $25.31, in 2022 $27, 2023 almost $36, and in 2024 $43.92, and in 2025 they're seeing a high of the Rune token of $52.03. And the next one comes from walletinvestor.com, and they are seeing the highest price of one Rune in 2021 of $24, $44 in 2022, and in 2023 $65, and in 2024 $88, and in 2025 they're seeing a high of $113 per Rune token. The last one comes from cryptocurrencypriceprediction.com, and in contrast to the other platforms, they are basing their future price prediction on an in-house fundamental analysis, which I totally agree with. They're seeing a high in 2021 of 31.
It's pretty specific, right? They are specific price predictions, aren't they? Down to the cent.
2022 a high of $49. 2025 $200, and a high in 2030 of $395 per Rune token. As always, we've prepared the last slide as a conclusion slide, and this is where we put in the lowest lows and the highest highs. And we hope that you can use these figures for your own future price prediction. Hope it helps. Let us know if it does. So that's it for me today. I tried to keep it short and precise. In case you did like it, well, then you know what to do. Hit like, smash, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And furthermore, we are going to start issuing more videos on the development regarding ThorChain. I think, and have been for quite a while, invested in...
That right there was the best thing he's done on this video. When he looked away and he actually...
We are going to start issuing more videos on the development regarding ThorChain. I think, and have been for quite a while...
That bit right there, when he looked down and he said, I think, and I have been for quite a while, that was the only time he appears genuine to me.
Development regarding ThorChain.
Watch this.
I think, and have been for quite a while, invested and think that...
That bit there when he looked down and then looked back up, that was the most genuine he's been. The rest of this has just been, I'm just reading whatever the thing is written up there, and I'm just trying to make it as not boring as possible, because you just need the figures, and that's all we have here for, nothing more. Then he actually gave a little bit of humanity and his personality, and he looked down to the left where he hadn't looked yet, and he said, I think, and it was coming from him. That's what we want to hear from you, dude. We don't want you just to read off the shit, hey?
Jane, I think, and have been for quite a while, invested and think that the Rune in itself is probably a must-have token in any good diversified portfolio. I'll see you next time.
Interesting stuff. We always take 3 videos. This last one here is a little more lengthy, but it is from Coin Bureau, and this guy is very, very thorough.
All the craze around the crypto market makes it easy to forget that...
And very entertaining. This is a guy I can listen to. I've not seen a dud video from this guy.
History is being made right this moment. Many of the coins and tokens seeing record growth are those belonging to crypto projects that will change the financial system.
But I will say this, at this particular point, this is not a coin that I'm interested in. Hasn't really explained why there was that all-time high and then why has it dropped off so progressively. That hasn't really been touched. Actually, when did this video go live? Yeah, so about a week after the one we just saw. This is April 28. So hopefully CB, Coin Bureau, is going to explain why there was that all-time high and what's been happening since to drive it all the way down. No one's sort of been saying that.
Forever. ThorChain is
You're
one
subscribed.
such project.
You're subscribed to Coin Bureau. It's good stuff, huh?
And it recently launched the first ever decentralized exchange that lets you swap between native cryptocurrencies, even privacy coins. As part of the launch, ThorChain's Rune token became a coin on its own blockchain and has continued to see strong growth despite the recent market downturn. Today, I'm going to explain what ThorChain is, how it works, and why Rune is one of the most valuable cryptocurrencies on the market.
Get my mouse off there.
Before we head to the halls of Odin, there are some disclaimers that need to be spoken. Financial advice is great, but I am not a financial advisor, so I wouldn't know. All I do is educate. In the interest of disclosure, you should know that Rune is a cryptocurrency to which I have exposure. Rune is a recent purchase of mine, and my crypto portfolio changes from time to time. If you want to know what else I hold, stick around to the end and you'll be told. If this is the first piece of Coin Bureau content you've encountered, my name is Guy, and
the thing about this guy is that he is genuine and he's personable and he's looking at you. So he's learnt his lines, he's delivering them, and it gives you an instant rapport with the guy. You feel like you know him before you've even met him. Way better than the other chap. And then the other guy didn't even have his head up, which is fair enough. He just read off the screen, right?
This channel is a crypto content mountain. Crypto news, crypto reviews, market analysis, and useful tools are just a few of the topics I explore. If you want to learn about these and more, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell to level up your crypto score. You can use the timestamps in the video timeline to get a sense of where we're going, and skip ahead if you think there are topics worth ignoring. Just bear in mind that watching the whole way through is very kind. Now that these disclaimers are in your brain, prepare to experience the power of ThorChain. ThorChain was founded by a pseudonymous team of cryptocurrency developers at a Binance hackathon in 2018. The project technically has no founder, and none of its 18 self-organized developers has a formal title of any kind. Many of ThorChain's resources were also created by its community, most notably the ThorChain website. This would be concerning.
Immortal Souls, I actually came across your channel, my channel, a while back because of the TRX shit coins we received, the fake coins in the wallets. Right on, that's one of them. So we did that originally on DLive, of course, like we are now. And then that went on, like I'm doing right now with Restream, that went up to YouTube. And I thought that's a real important video to leave. I used to delete these streams after on YouTube. Now I'm leaving them all because, wow, that's like... Yeah, like there you go. You came across me because of that video, and now you're over here on DLive learning with the crypto with me along the way. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, dude. I think that's proof that this is working. And how about that crap? Like that was Balance, BAL, that token. It's like you wake up in the morning, you open up your your Tronlink wallet, and you've got these coins in it. It's like, okay, was there an airdrop that I didn't apply to? And then you look at it and it's like, that's actually a very valuable token. But the one that you've got is not that one. It's the same ticker, same handle, but a different token. It's like, far out, man. Really? And then Comtech, I think it was, that had a look into it and went to go ahead and send the value of that token. And when you look at the request, the authorization request that pops up, it actually said the opposite. It was taking money from your wallet, not exchanging. It was like, what? Yeah, your video helped out heaps, especially with tax time. There you go. I'm glad I could have helped. Not a financial advisor, but I'm glad I could have helped you.
Were it not for the incredible transparency of ThorChain's core operations. Development updates are published to Medium on a weekly basis, and treasury reports are published every month. All of ThorChain's code is open source, and this
Comtech, there you go. I've also done some streams on those kind of tokens. Yeah, you have, dude. Yeah. Isn't it a shame that stuff's out there? It's like it'll trip you up, it'll catch you out, and I think even if like they catch out 1% or less than 1% of the population, they're still making an absolute killing off it. It's a real shame.
Has been audited 7 times by well-known auditing firms like Certic and The Gauntlet. ThorChain also raised more than $2 million between the private sale and seed sale of the Rune token, and raised an additional $250,000 from its IEO on Binance. I'll get back to Rune in a moment. In a sentence, ThorChain is a protocol that makes it possible to instantly swap cryptocurrencies between blockchains. It's designed to function as the back-end to the next generation of cross-chain decentralized exchanges. The ThorChain ChaosNet went live in the summer of 2020 after almost 2 years of development.
Immortal Souls. I've been using TRX for 3 years, and I did lose a small amount on a DApp that took all your money out of your wallet. Dude, actually, you know what? We should look at this. Hey, can we put the Crypto Megatropolis on hold to next week? Because I think after we learn this last video about Rune, I think we should go and have a look at some other things, just sort of tying up a few loose ends. Like Comtech, we should have a look at that exchange that you were talking about, which can exchange ONG to ONT and that kind of stuff. And also, I want to look into Tron. I want to tell you about, because that's so I've lost 100 TRX to Tron, and I think Comtech's lost about the same. Yeah, so I want to look into that. Just we're into the last hour, almost in the last hour of the stream. But we'll look into some other little loose ends and stuff. I want to have a look at that exchange. I want to open up my Exodus wallet and see what's going on. Haven't looked into the stakes there. We staked ONT and we staked Cardano ADA. And we'll get to it, but yeah.
ThorChain's ChaosNet.
Well, I'll tell you what. I took a link out already. I got it.
Subsequently became the back-end for the BEPSwap DEX, which was the first decentralized application to launch on the Binance Smart Chain in September 2020. BEPSwap features wrapped BEP2 versions of various cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and served as a testbed for the multi-chain launch of ThorChain's ChaosNet. The multi-chain ChaosNet went live earlier this month, making it possible to swap between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and half a dozen other cryptocurrencies in their native forms without wrapping. This can be done using the ThorSwap web interface, the AsgardX web interface, and the AsgardX desktop client, which acts as the front end to ThorChain's multi-chain ChaosNet protocol. The ThorChain community is also building various DEX interfaces built on the ThorChain protocol. So, how the hell does ThorChain actually work? ThorChain is built using the Cosmos SDK and uses a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm based on Tendermint. The ThorChain blockchain currently has 76 validator nodes and can theoretically support up to 360 validator nodes. Each ThorChain node must stake a minimum of 1 million Rune, which works out to a whopping $14 million at the time of shooting. ThorChain nodes are expected to stay anonymous as well, and this is a part of why delegating Rune is not allowed.
We thought staking on ETH was expensive.
The full explanation for this is quite interesting, and I'll leave a document in the description that explains why. ThorChain validator nodes rotate every 3 days to enhance the security of the protocol and facilitate any protocol upgrades. ThorChain validator nodes are responsible for witnessing transactions occurring on other blockchains, as well as sending and receiving cryptocurrencies stored in various wallets that they collectively custody. For example, let's say you want to trade BTC for ETH using ThorChain. You would send the BTC you want to trade for ETH to a Bitcoin wallet address being custodied by ThorChain nodes. They would see the transaction taking place on the Bitcoin blockchain and would automatically send out ETH from their Ethereum wallet to the wallet address you provided. Sending any cryptocurrency out of these so-called ThorChain vaults requires the consensus of 2/3 of all active validator nodes. Validators also face harsh slashing penalties if they try to
Thought I was the only one that makes that joke. Slash.
steal from the cryptocurrency vaults they custody. To ensure the slashing penalty is always larger than the amount of cryptocurrency that could be stolen from these vaults, ThorChain nodes are incentivized to buy and stake Rune so that their stakes are always worth twice the total value locked in the protocol by liquidity providers. Unfortunately, the BTC to ETH swap I just explained is a gross oversimplification. What ThorChain actually does is a lot more complicated, so put your thinking caps on. In contrast to other decentralized exchange protocols, all cryptocurrencies supported by ThorChain trade against the Rune coin. This is because it would not be efficient to create a pool for every possible cryptocurrency pair. To quote the ThorChain website, if ThorChain supported 1,000 chains, it would only need 1,000 pools. A competitor would need a whopping 499,500 pools. This large number of pools dilutes liquidity, which results in a poor trading experience. If this all sounds like Greek to you, I recommend watching my recent video about Uniswap using that link in the top right. Anyways, because every cryptocurrency trades against Rune on ThorChain, this means that liquidity providers have to pool equal dollar amounts of Rune and the other cryptocurrency in the pool. So, for example, if I wanted to provide liquidity for a Rune BTC pair, I would have to put an equivalent dollar amount of Rune and BTC in the Rune BTC pool. If the price of Rune is $100 and the price of BTC is $100,000, I would have to provide 1,000 Rune with each BTC. As with other AMM-style DEX protocols, arbitrage traders are incentivized to ensure the ratio of Rune and the other cryptocurrency in the pool remains accurate in terms of dollar value. For example, if the price of Rune suddenly spikes, this would reduce the price of BTC relative to Rune in the Rune BTC pool. An arbitrage trader would see this discrepancy and buy the cheap BTC from the pool while adding Rune, restoring the price of BTC to what it should be relative to Rune. This reliance on arbitrage traders means ThorChain-based DEXs do not need price oracles to function. Instead, the protocol references the price of Rune in relation to other trading pairs in the protocol. To incentivize liquidity providers to add cryptocurrency to ThorChain, they earn a portion of pre-mined block rewards in addition to trading fees for the pairs they are providing liquidity for. The block reward LPs earn depends on something called the incentive